Good evening, everybody, and welcome along once again to One Hub Racing and to the 17th round of the Prestige tier. We're here in the wonderful land of the rising sun. It's Japan, and we're here in Suzuka, one of the classic tracks on the F1 calendar, and has always been scenes for championship deciders. Unfortunately, we don't have one today, but probably next time out. 17 drivers here today. Julian here, 73 points clear at the top of the championship ahead of Blizzard. And it's a pretty cloudy day today. Joining me in the commentary box as always is, of course, Alex. Alex, welcome back. You missed last race.
I did. I did. Yeah, I was at work. Unfortunately, Charlie Whiting didn't pay my fees to go over to Russia, so I decided to give that one a miss. But I'm here now in the land of the rising sun, as I said. Super saw someone from Extended. Then I believe he did win last time out.
He did, yeah, indeed, quite comfortably. I think he won by about 20 seconds in the end.
Well, we've seen that a couple times this season from Extended. Comfortable. I believe we saw it once at least, but he's been very fast or every single race he's competed in. I believe he may have won the one that I did with Nick back in Britain that long ago, and I think he also won last week. So that's 2 wins for him. Obviously, I also got some new drivers, or one new driver here today, which is Neo. I don't know about his pace. How did he do last week?
He did very well last time out, actually. You'd think he was a top 5 finish on his debut, which was very, very good on his part. He's driving for the Inside Line Racing team there. So, yeah, you may also have noticed that I have managed to work my way out of a hole, and me and Alex are now fine. We've managed to survive falling down 2 holes and come
we popped
back out.
Sean in there.
Yeah, Sean's in there now. Yeah, poor guy.
I mean, he was pretty willing. He did. We asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." He seemed pretty up for it. So
he wanted to go in it. So yeah, there you go. But I think we should take people for a lap around Suzuka. I think. I'm sure it's a very well-known track, but let's go on board with the winner from last time out. Let's go on board with McSend, the American, for a lap around the Suzuka circuit. He's coming down the main straight now. DRS open here and into turn 1 and 2, which is super quick. Turn 1, you blink and you miss it. Then into turn 2, that's MLA off the road there, and into the Senna S's here, which are really, really tricky to get right. It's very, very easy to swap ends here if you take too much of the curb, or you flick it in too hard. Then up the hill here, where unfortunately Gil Bianchi lost his life in an accident here in 2014. Top of the hill here, then into Degner 1 and 2. Degner 1 super quick, then onto the brakes for Degner 2. The camber will help you bring the car, then onto the Fanatec bridge, and down to the slowest corner on the track. It's the hairpin here. Not using first gear from extent. I've seen some people use first gear just to get the car turned in. But then we come towards Spoon Corner, where last year Vettel's title hopes went up in flames almost as he hit Max Verstappen through Spoon. Extended a tad wide there, gets away with it. And down towards the most famous corner, I think, on this track. It's down uphill towards 130R, which is an incredible corner, flat out in these cars, no issues whatsoever. And you can take some spectacular overtakes through 130R into the Casio Triangle, then the last corner. Using all of the road there is Mixenda, and into the last corner. Got to be really careful. There's a bump there that'll send your car into a spin into the pit wall if you're not careful. Across the line, he misses a 129.7 right out of the bag, and looking really good for Mixenda there.
Yeah, can't deny that. It was a good lap from Extended. Certainly 129 is a lot better than I've been doing around the circuit. Weather though, I don't know. I think, well, people aren't in a rush to get out, so maybe rain isn't on the way. And also, you can super softs to mediums around here, so that's why I was seeing some drivers on super softs. I'll be interested though to see what people regularly go for. I believe some drivers are going out on the mediums. Those include Wayne, also Josh, who's set them. Ollie as well as James Slater. So those guys on the mediums, as Extended that hasn't set a time at the minute. But yeah, good luck from Extended, and now we're just gonna wait for another few drivers to come around.
Yeah, Blizzard took pole by nearly half a second last time. Set an absolutely ridiculous time. What? Schofield with 27.5. Right, so obviously that lap by McSenda wasn't great.
I think Claire Williams has fainted back in the garage. Seeing
Lakitu
that
goes
Williams.
second, 28.4, but nowhere near. That's an amazing lap from Schofielder. Good job from the Swede. I think a bit of sweat there. But anyways, we'll see we'll see how Blizzard does. He's going to be the man to watch.
Yes, I think we can say definitively that it wasn't a true sign of McSendit's pace.
Yeah, I would be concerned if that was his true pace, but I don't think it was. Blizzard using all of the road and more than he should, right there.
Well, Francis coming through 1:30 out at the minute. He's got proper timing as well, as I think Ollie as well will set his time. It could be Odem's. No, neither of them do. Francis goes 6, so again, not the strongest time from him either. Blizzard now loses to the back end a little bit.
This looks quick.
It does look quick though.
27. He's not as quick. He got it invalidated, but it still wasn't as quick as Schofielder.
No, Ollie in sector 1. That's what the yellows are for. I think he's letting someone through. Or woman at those tyres. Not too sure.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting so far. But Blizzard got that first lap invalidated, but we'll see how he does on this lap. I can't remember. He did an absolutely ridiculous time in Russia. I'll have to pull it up just to remind myself, but it was nearly 0.6 of a second he took pole.
Francis kind of got in the way. Blizzard, sorry to cut you off there, mate. Blizzard has to abort his lap now because Francis gave Blizzard no room going to the Degmas.
Oh dear Lord, what is going on here, boys? Boys, you can't be doing this. And there you go. Oh, that's controversy in the VSR chat right there. Oh dear.
Well, what do you say about that at this stage in the series? Do you think that's Blizzard getting annoyed at that?
I think
because
he did.
of the pressure he's under?
Yeah, no, I'm interested because those guys are being a party together. So, yeah, I don't think Blizzard was too happy with that one. That's an interesting one.
Or is that tongue in cheek, or is that I'm genuinely annoyed?
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued as to what was going on there because Blizzard's. I haven't seen him got that angry before, but he's broken his wing, so he's gonna have to come back in and get a new one. But France is on coming up to Blizzard now, and oh dear, boys. Oh, okay, this isn't even on at this point.
They're not happy with one another.
Francis just completely came in and T-boned them entirely.
I don't know what we're seeing. I don't know.
We are witnessing raw beef right now. This is what we're witnessing.
I don't know whether this is just a little bit of friendly banter, but Josh is not come across the line.
Surely not. What about Josh on the medium tyres?
He's on an outlap.
Yeah, he's about to start one. But oh dear, it seems like things are not good in the VSR camp.
I mean, I think that's just Blizzard's, frustrations have been building up over the season. We've seen it so many times. Just mistakes he's made. He made a mistake last week as well in Russia. That can't be well for a driver, especially when you've still got hopes, but you've been given so many opportunities and you've just wasted a few opportunities with Julian being gone for a few weeks.
Yeah, I suppose there's that element too. But meanwhile, with 8 minutes after qualifying, Schofielder is still on provisional pole by about 0.9 of a second. So these guys need to up their game, and I'm excited to come back out on the medium compound tyres.
Samu's going through the triangle set. I don't know what it's called. But
the Casio triangle. It's called.
Thank you. He's starting to come through now.
Third.
And he pops it third. That's a good time by Samu.
Yeah. On the softs. Interesting choice of tyre, but half the field haven't set any laps yet. So, what about Josh? He's coming through 130R.
Will Francis and Blizzard allow each other to set laps?
Anyway, let's see what Josh does. He's on the medium tyres. We know how quick he is. We've seen flashes of pace. Watch the bump on the way through there. Josh comes to the line, and that's P2 on a 127.9 on the medium tyres. So that's a really good lap from Josh there. 27.9 on the mediums.
He could be a threat to pole position then.
McSenda, he went at 28 dead on the mediums.
MLA's coming through 130 yard set a lap now. He's not set his lap yet. Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, he's about to unleash it. What about Old M's out on the medium? A lot of drivers on the medium tyres.
Yes.
So obviously trying to do the medium to super soft.
We've only seen 9 drivers set laps at the minute, mate.
Yeah, I'm interested, but let's see what Old M's can do. Can he maybe, just maybe, win a race this season, please?
I hope not. I still have that wager with Odems, so I hope he doesn't win a race.
So much commitment
That's
for
just
Degner
me.
1.
He's a very good driver, as Odems. All the banter we give him, he's actually just been very unlucky this season. Obviously had that illness towards the beginning of the season, which wore him out of a couple of races. I believe he made his grand return at Monaco, unless I'm mistaken. And, after that, he's had a few luck spells, but...
Yeah,
he's
he technically won the race in Hungary, but again he lost it on penalties to Julian. So he hasn't had an official race win, unfortunately, but he has taken one on track.
We know he's capable of it as well. No matter where you put Odems, no matter how you view Odems, he's a character here in League Racing on the PlayStation,
absolutely.
and he's one of the best characters we know. And he's about to come through the triangle. I'm not going to say the big word because I'll screw it up for definite.
It's not even a big
Odems
word,
comes across
Alex.
the line.
This is
Well-
P2. Oh, he beats Josh by 0.003 on the medium tyre. So a lot of guys trying the medium strategies here.
Well, my English isn't good. Okay, don't bully me.
It's Casio. It's like the calculator. Oh,
That's
the P2 almost bins it in the pit lane.
Casio.
Yeah, Casio plus triangle. There you go.
The Casio triangle. There we go.
Yeah.
English with Jack.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still half the field. Well, we have how many? 6 drivers yet to set the set laps.
And we know that most of them are only setting up for one run here, so they have to get it right. We've seen a couple of validations as well. We have to put that into account. It was only he's about to start his lap on the medium compound tyres, and then he's about to go into the pits, even. But so far, if we look at the best 3 of them are mediums, and then super softs, Sammy on the softs, 6th. So those 3 guys are mediums. If they start on the mediums altogether, that's their advantage gone. Like maybe they were thinking, let's have an advantage here, let's start on the mediums. But if they're all going to do that, the advantage is kind of wiped away. Do you think we'll see any of these guys come in again, pit for some softs, and do a soft run and get pole?
Yeah, I've noticed actually the 2 Haas's came out together. They're on the soft tyres, so they're going to be going for, I would reckon, a top 5.
Well, we've seen Jesse get pole, I believe, once this season.
We have indeed.
It's very quick. And also, he's been working on his racecraft in the latter few races. He seems to get a little bit quicker, but it's been a key fixture of his racecraft. That he's just not as fast in the race. But yellows in sector 1 and 2. See whether there's anything massive. I can't see anything. There's 4 minutes to go. When do you think we'll see the drivers come out of the pits?
Well, it's going to have to be soon. Next 2 minutes, I'd reckon. MLA is out on the track. Julian has yet to make an appearance, and I think he's just going to go for one run and see where it puts him.
You may as well.
Oh, here he comes. Right on cue. Out he comes on the soft tyres. Wayne has begun his lap on the soft tyres, so now there's a real interesting mix-up of strategy here.
Japan is one of those that can throw up an interesting strategy. Some people might go for a 2-stop, and in my knowledge of the type, the 2-stop isn't too much slower than the 1-stop around this circuit. So if people were to go for the 2-stop, it wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. But most of the drivers are going for the 1-stop, obviously. But Jesse, what can he do?
Yep, lap's looking clean so far. Through Spoon. Let's see as he comes through the second part of Spoon. Well, I think I have to remember which one is 200R, because there's 200R and 130R. I'll get it wrong, so I'm not gonna say which one it may or may not be. But here comes Jesse. We've seen him on pole before. The 2 Haas's they've thrown up interesting performances. They're good performances. Elku, particularly in Monaco, probably should have won that race had he avoided the penalties. But here comes Jesse to the line on the soft tyre, and that's pole on a 27.54 by half a tenth.
Tell you what, we haven't seen Blizzard or Francis yet.
No.
Right on cue, there's Francis.
There's Francis. What about Blizzard? Is he going to come out?
I mean, he might just be going for literally one run. I'm
And
not
Wayne,
sure.
20. Oh, it's look how close that is. Wow, wow, wow. 900s between the top three. That's what we like to see.
As Blizzard's out now as well on the mediums. Look, sending this out on softs.
Right. So
All the drivers that said that stood their laps on mediums are now coming out on softs. Odems is one of the last people to come out, as well as Lakitu. No, not Lakitu. Sorry, James Slater may be the last person set at that time. He's gone for the super softs. He's obviously going for trap position over the rest of the lads, which I think is the best strategy for him.
just to let you know as well, Julian is on his lap, as is MLA. I think Neo may have binned it. I'm not too sure, but MLA, he's coming through the Casio Triangle to set his lap. He's on the soft tyres. Where can MLA go in this final Japanese Grand Prix? Comes to the line, and that's pole position. 127.3, takes by 0.2 of a second, so there's definitely more pace for these guys here. And it looks like Julian might get a little bit blocked here.
Track evolution is certainly helping him. We'll finally get out of the way. We'll find out.
Yes, there he goes. Moves out of the way.
I don't think he would have been hindered all too much, if at all, really.
Yeah, up ahead is the Red Bull. I think that'll probably be a Vodems. Just up the road. Oh, Julian using all of the road there. And, sorry, that's Ollie, not Odems. But here we go. Where can Julian go? He can wrap up the title next week. If it all goes his way. Raf has a quality. Oh, McSendit's right in the way in the Casio Triangle. He tries to get out of the way for him. Oh, that might have cost him some time. Julian comes to the line. Is it pole? Yes! 27-1.
Even with that hindrance of McSendit, still, Dodems is getting ready to heat those tyres up to go for a lap. But one person I'm interested in is Blizzard, and the only person we will not be seeing make a lap is Rafa.
Yeah, he has a qualifying ban. Olem's onto a lap then. We got a car on the gravel. That's McSendit. He's off in the gravel trap in Sector 1. So I don't know what's happened to him, but he hasn't got a chance to set another lap. But it's currently a Mercedes 1-2 at the top of the pile there, and MLA has timed that to perfection to go on to another lap.
I think so, yeah. Can't send it that one. I'm following Blizzard though, mate. He's the danger man for me. When they send it retires in P8, he might be in danger of dropping out of top 10. If I'm honest, I think everyone out is currently out on the lap. So if they improve, he could easily get knocked out, especially with Francis, Blizzard, Ollie. Ooh, below him. As Elku pops us up in the P6. Good job by Elku.
Right, here comes Blizzard. Through the Casio Triangle. Look how much he can get that car turned in. It's unbelievable. Francis now second. Wayne P1. 27-1-0. Blizzard 9th. Only 9th.
The gap's up to do with the medium tyres, mate.
Julian goes to fastest again with a 127-0.
What can Josh do? He's going to the Casio Triangle.
What about Odems as well? He's following behind. Josh loses the back end, coming to the line. Is it pole? Second. Good lap from Josh. What about Odems? Coming to the line. Can he pot himself on pole position? 5th place for him. Finally, it's MLA. The last man. Can he do it for Mercedes? Can he do a 1-2 for Mercedes?
Yeah.
Here he comes. It's his last Japanese Grand Prix. His last one. Can he do it? Can he get pole position? He comes to the... Oh! Wow! What a save!
4th.
He almost died. He almost died at the pit entry there, but MLA P4 by 7,000ths. But Julian P1 by 0.02 of a second over Josh.
A big talking point then was Wayne in the top 3. Good qualifying session from him.
But Blizzard outside the top 10.
Blizzard ended up outside the top 10?
Yeah, 11th.
Interesting. Being on the first row of the grid is such an advantage here because that first corner is lethal. There is bound to be some kind of monumental pile-up between these guys. I think there's more chance of there being a pile-up than not in this race.
Close qualifying once again. Julian takes pole by 100th of a second over Josh. Wayne was only 800ths off of pole in the end. MLA 2/10 behind. Francis a couple of thousandths behind MLA. Then Oldhams in P6, Lakitu P7, Jesse P8. Scopefielder P9, LQ P10, Blizzard only P11, Ollie P12, McSenda in P13, Samu P14, James Slater P15, Neo in P16, and Raffle around at the back of the grid.
To be fair, at least Blizzard's probably in the best position because they will have a fresh choice of tyre. Would you think those guys will start on the medium compound and run the race? Because those mediums can go pretty much forever.
Well, let's find out. It might rain. No.
Nope.
Okay, so we have a nice sunny day. Oh,
the
dear
cars are piling
God.
up! Are you seeing
MLA,
that?
MLA is on top of somebody there. He was on top of Josh. It's sorted out there. Jesus Christ.
But no, right, who's going to be your pick to win this one? Now, I've got to go with Julian, I think.
I think so, yeah. I have to agree with you.
Unless something goes incredibly wrong in that first corner. It's going to be interesting. We'll see what role Josh will play in this. I'm interested.
He's
I think Josh could be a dark horse.
yeah, just as long as his luck holds together.
As we are actually quite lucky that we got this race underway today, so it was pre-SN maintenance to start off the evening. That's why the podium tier race was delayed, but we are here now, Josh, in the sunny skies of the land of the rising sun. Here, and let's have a look at the strategies then.
Yep, Blizzard's gone for the mediums.
So there's McSendit, so it's Ollie.
There's Scopefielder's kind of a he's in P9, but he's on supers. He's the only guy on supers.
Yeah, but you can't one stop on the supers, but for Scopefield that means he's going to have to try and make positions up, otherwise it's a failed strategy. But he's got some fast starters around him. Blizzard's not too far back. Ollie, McSendit. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for Scopefield, I feel. But the man on a roll is Julian. He almost is the back end now on the formation lap.
Yeah.
What can MLA do in his last 5 races here then? Before his retirement.
Yeah. Julian currently 73 points ahead of Blizzard in the championship. If all goes his way, he can win it next time out in Circuit of the Americas. And it's, I mean, he should have. He missed 5 rounds, and he missed 3 rounds, and he's still 73 points ahead. I think that just shows you what kind of driver he is.
Yeah, that's just a testament. And one thing I want to point out is I'm happy that Francis and Blizzard are nowhere close to each other.
That might get a little bit interesting when Blizzard makes his way through the field.
Yes, that I don't know. Again, we don't know whether it was just banter between the two, but hopefully it wasn't them just taking each other out for the fun, because we don't want them to impede anyone else. Thankfully, they didn't.
Julian out here doing a Kimi Räikkönen down the back straight. Not everyone else weaving. He's staying perfectly still.
I'm interested to see how Wayne gets off the start. He's the outlier, as Francis gets disqualified from the
Julian spun as well.
His tyres are going to be feeling that one.
Yeah, that's not ideal at the start of a Grand Prix. His tyres are going to have dirt on them as well. So Josh might have a little bit of an advantage off the start now.
Right. I shall find. I'm going to follow Blizzard in the mid pack, mate. You keep your eyes on the leaders, and I'll give you some updates in the background if I see anything interesting.
Yeah. Now we just have to wait for Julian. He's actually going to be holding up everybody as he comes to the front of the grid. And we're about to get round number 17 of the One Hub Racing Prestige tier underway. Julian, he's on his course to a title, but he's got to do the goods today. 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go. Good start from Julian, good start from Josh. What about Wayne behind? Gets a decent start, gets in front of MLA. Oldham's looking on the inside already with a good start on Franz. He's battling with Francis there, but I think Francis might just hold on to it. No, Oldham slips us up the inside, and looks like he's going to get ahead of him. Good start from Lakitu as well. Blizzard with a bloody brilliant start up there, up to P8 already, on the back of these guys. And everybody through unscathed. Well, I say that Scopefielder's round and that is a Ferrari involved as well. So that's Schofielder and the Ferrari into the wall. So that's not been the best start for them. Everybody else looking all right, but Blizzard absolutely blinding getaway.
Yeah, very good job. And we talked about Francis and
they're
Blizzard
already
being right
together
next to each other. We're already there. As here we go then. How will Blizzard approach this? How will Francis approach this? Here, as Blizzard though done the job he needed to do. He'll be very happy with that start, but right now though he's got to hope that Francis won't be too silly and we'll keep things very professional.
Yeah, MLA I think is holding up these guys. As you can see, he's dropping them away already. And
yeah, then.
But Julian building a gap up front. Is Blizzard going to have a go at him into 130R? I don't think so. I don't think he's got enough. But he might have a pop into the Casio triangle. This might get a little bit hairy, so hold on to yourself. Oh, Odems! My God! Francis had a little look on the inside of Odems there, but Odems with a horrific death into 130R there. I tell you, Rafa's made a brilliant getaway from the back of the grid. Up to 12th, he's managed to get past Ollie. There's a hell of a battle going on between those guys here down the back. As he's battling with Mixen. Well, actually, he's not battling with Mixen. He's battling with Ollie. He's gone around the outside of turn 1. He's off the road, and Rafa's through.
Ollie's had a dreadful start.
Francis. Odems is picking all around the place. He's lagging around now. That's not good for him.
No, when MLA, we said MLA was holding them up. Now it's Odems holding these guys up. Francis might have a pop at him here.
Not into Degners. You'll die if you try it in the Degners.
Well, we saw what we don't know we don't know anymore with this tier. They'll go for overtakes whenever they can. Josh though, he's kind of slowly dropping back.
Yeah, those guys are kind of separated out. About a second between each of them. But Julian's built the gap already, and it's kind of this big long train of MLA, Odems, Francis, Blizzard, Lakitu, Jesse, Elku, Exendit, and Rafa on the back of it as well. So all these guys are in a train of their own from 4th all the way down to the back. Well, almost down to the back. Nobody trying any moves. We're going to have DRS enabled next lap by. Odems
I think Josh's in trouble from Wayne here.
I think
actually in the coming laps.
Julian said a fast lap after fast lap. As we begin the DRS phase of the Grand Prix, it's enabled now, and all these guys are going to be in a nice slipstream train.
I think the issue is now Blizzard's only one of the medium tyres, and I think those soft tyres have heated up a lot better than Blizzard's mediums at the minute. I think that's why he's just not on the pace of the yet, but I think that pace will change eventually, obviously.
Oh,
the Skatefielders were tired.
He's
just him giving up.
Into the pit lane, yeah. They were told, actually, if they want to oh my God, Francis up the hill sideways. Manages to get it together, but yeah, they were told if they want to retire, do it in the pit lane. Francis in the gravel trap. How has he managed to hold that together? And Josh, he's dipping in there. 9/10 of a second behind Julian. So he's starting to put the pressure on. He's starting to put the pressure on a little bit. So now the most vulnerable out of these guys is actually going to be MLA. He's going to have no DRS. Unless he can close up to Wayne. Which he might do. He has done. Well, almost. But any of the guys behind, closest one, Rafa's on the back of Mixended already. He's come from... Rafa started in 17th on the grid. So he's made a fantastic getaway. And Odems right on the back of MLA now.
Yes.
So it begins. MLA, he just didn't get DRS. He was 1.001 behind. So he's not going to have DRS. Odems will. He closes up towards turn 1. He's not going to be close enough.
No, there's no... I wouldn't even... You don't want to lunge through there. You only want to go for the overtake. Definitely saw. As Francis was right on the back of these guys now, to be fair. He stood right there. He's kind of dropped Blizzard a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely quick through this first sector. You can see where Odems loses time. He goes a little bit wide there. And Francis with the run up the hill. As you can see, look how close he gets to him. As they go up the top of the hill into the Degners, he might have to think about popping one down the inside in the hairpin maybe. But Odems actually closes through there as well. And now Blizzard surges up to the back of them once again. Blizzard has a dive.
Oh!
Blizzard has a dive on France, and he might have actually have got him around the outside of, I think this is a 200R, and they're side by side. They had it coming together in qualifying. Is Francis going to come around the outside of Spoon Corner? And he's around! It's reminiscent of Vettel. He's done a Vettel, and he's off the road in Spoon Corner, and surely is that it?
That could be World Championship. Goodbye.
Jesse got past the key to as well, and Odems is having a pop in MLA in the Casio triangle. There's contact made between them, and MLA just comes out of that. Now Odems is surely going to have him here. Look at the run he's got down here. MLA goes really defensive. Odems will have the run on the outside. This is going to be brave if he's going to pull this one off. Not quite. He makes contact. He makes contact. There's contact again on the way through. It's a little bit scrappy. Around the outside of the S is too difficult to do, and here comes Francis now.
Samu's also retired.
Yeah. Blizzard trying to get past. Oh, Blizzard trying to get past Ollie. Almost ended in tears there.
Well, do you think it was a coinky-dink that, again, Blizzard and Francis ended in tears, or do you think that was just Blizzard trying a bit too hard? What did you see on your end?
In the end, I think it was a little bit of race, a little bit of both, but I think it was mostly racing. But it just completely reminiscent of Vettel 2018. Down the inside of Spoon and spins it, and Francis carries on and he's fine.
I mean, the only issue with this race is that it comes at a crucial time in the season, and really there was only a few overtaking places around Japan, and I think Blizzard was just getting tired of being stuck behind the train, and just let his emotions get the better of him here as we go to 130R then, following Odems. MLA currently doing a good job defending that position 4. Don't know how long he can keep it, as Odems now is catching right up against the back of MLA. It's just, yeah. Blizzard and Ollie, side by side going into the Casio triangle. They got that completely wrong again. As we go, Ollie and Blizzard, contact made!
Yeah, Mixenda and Elke are having a hell of a battle up front there. 9th and 10th, he's trying to come around the outside. Not quite. Blizzard, is he going to come around the outside? He's going to try, but he's carried too much speed. Definitely carried away too much speed, and he's lost. He's down the very back now.
Not been a good day for Blizzard.
Just for reference, if Julian wins and Blizzard does not score, then the championship gap comes to 98, which pretty much secures the championship for next time out.
Tell you what, Josh is sticking around the same time as Julian.
He is,
now.
Yeah, he's doing a really nice job in P2, keeping with him. And Odems, he's just all over the back of MLA, but he just cannot find a way past. So I think he's going to be.
I'm interested to see what Blizzard will do here. Or James Slater going up to Spoon Curve side by side.
He's going to do the same thing again. Is James Slater going to back out of it? Yes. He just let him through a little bit there. So Odems through 130R up behind MLA, not close enough. We'll have to wait for the DRS.
How long will it be till Wayne becomes a fixture in this?
Not too long. Because MLA is these guys are kind of catching them. Mixenda and Elke are having one hell of a battle here.
I've got a helicopter shot. I did, and now it's changed.
And Elku's getting a run. Oh, here comes Mixenda up the inside. Odems has managed to get past MLA as well. He's done it. Mixenda up the inside of Elku, and he's done it.
Francis! Oh no, Francis on the back end. He kind of hit MLA, and that almost could have been a lot worse. Odems is getting the job done. Blizzard getting the job done on Ollie. Ollie's lost it.
Oh, Ollie's off. Yeah, that's why. That's why that's happened, but Odems finally makes his way past MLA. Now Francis has got to make his way past. So Mixenda and the key to Mixenda around the outside, up towards the hairpin, and here comes one of the other cars, that's Elku, up the inside. Can Rafa make his way through into the points?
He's been bullied.
Up to Spoon Curve, we saw what happened already. And he's through. So Rafa from the back of the grid into the points.
And Neo is not too far behind Nikita. Here we go then. So there's a bit of contact made there. Going up to 130 yard, up the hill.
Not quite. Francis on MLA. Is he going to have a pop in the Casio triangle? Yes, that's a massive dive bomb from Francis, but he manages to get it stopped. MLA back around the outside. Good man. And here we go down towards the first corner. They're still side by side banging wheels as they're running towards. He's pushing him to the wall almost as Francis rattles around the outside of turn 1. Yes! What a move! Outbroke him into turn 1. MLA, I think, kind of backed off of that one. Didn't want to get himself involved. But now Jesse's in with a chance here. Jesse's on the
Odin's. Tell you what, Wayne's got away again. Even though Odin's been the clear air, Wayne has built up a gap.
And Josh is he's really close up to Julian, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I think that's just good pace from Josh.
Yeah, he's driving superbly. And Blizzard with the penalty. This is just not a good day for him, is it?
I think he's trying a little bit too much, if you ask me.
I think he knows how.
After the incident.
I think he knows how important this race is for the championship, but it's just the championship's just slipping away.
Yes, as now we're going to see a run here between Josh and Julian. Obviously, Josh is way too far back here, but he will gain with the use of the DRS.
The Key2 stuck in the pits, by the way.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that glitch is not patched and will not be patched at this point. He's out and Julian's into the pit lane. Late call. A late call. And Josh goes through to take the lead.
That's a very early stop.
And Wayne
pops
for the fastest lap in. That's an early stop for Julian. Is he going on to the mediums? Yes. So he's on his way out now. Is he trying to cover off Blizzard? Nah, no way. He's going to drop to the back of the field. Is he going to drop to the back of the field? Yeah, pretty much. He's going to be tight enough with Ollie, isn't it? Ollie's going to get through.
No, Ollie's got it, yeah. It's interesting now. Will we see Josh cover him off? I mean, we know the soft tires can go a lot longer.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued a little bit there. But Jesse's on the back of MLA now. Yeah, so Jesse's been kind of going away at it. And is there a problem for somebody? Blizzard has been off the road again. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, he's broken his wing. He's broken his wing because he's struggling through the corners. And that is not a good. That's not a good day for Blizzard. Ollie up the inside, and there's his championship rival, right behind them. What a disaster!
You just can't write it, can you?
No. Now is Rafa? I think Rafa might have a pop at Elku into the Casio triangle. He's trying to. Oh, you have to think about coming around the outside. Elku was really slow through the apex of the corner. Here comes Rafa up the inside. Then Josh is off. He's bottled it. Josh has bottled it again. Josh, 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane.
Well, he's covering off here.
He's trying to cover
so is
off,
Wayne, actually.
Yep. So where's Julian? He's battling with Blizzard. He's battling with Blizzard, which is not it's not good for him. So where is Josh?
Come out.
He's going to come out in front of him.
Ahead.
Josh has done the overcut and it's worked. And look at Julian, he's side by side with Blizzard. They're battling. They're battling the two championship rivals here. And Julian's got through, but Josh has done the overcut to perfection. But he's got the 5-second stop go.
However, if he can get away, he's shown decent pace.
But can he pull 5 seconds on a man like Julian?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen stranger things like yellows in sector 2 and 3. I'm trying to figure out where that is, but
I don't think it was too much of an issue. Sector 3.
Sector 3 yellows.
Yeah, it's where all of these boys are going through. McSendit and Jesse and Francis. All those guys are going through there now. McSendit's right on the back of Jesse now. And I think he might try a little bit of a brave one here. He's trying on the inside of 130R, and he might get ahead before. He's got so much more straight line speed.
Jesse, like, will he try go to No, he's just not going to bother. I think that's a smart move by Jesse.
Odem's in. And he's bottled it.
Oh, Odems!
I watched them the whole way.
Set the one-way yellows. Let me know it's for.
I think it's for Lakitu's ghosting car. I think that's what it's for. So where's
the stewards are having a mare?
So now Josh is trying to. Oh, sorry, Julian's making his way past Ollie. Ollie's fighting with him as they come towards turn 1, but Julian's ahead. But yeah, Josh is technically in the net race lead now. And where did Odems come out? He came out behind Wayne.
I love how Lakitu's ghost car is still coming around, even though Lakitu was technically retired from the session. Oh no! Oh, Blizzard connected with Ollie. I don't know if there was damage.
I don't think there was. But, Blizzard's completely out of sync in this race now.
Oh yeah, oh sorry, it was Blizzard, it wasn't Josh, it was Blizzard. My bad. To be fair, Josh has broken a 2-second gap to Julian.
Yeah.
Depends how much Blizzard can if he can get past Ollie and kind of mount the attack once again on Julian, then
yeah, two guys who are doing well right now are the two guys who started down the back of the grid. That's Rafa and Neo. They're 3rd and 4th. Now I know they're out of sync in the race, obviously, but still doing a good job there. Now is Francis going to make his way into the pit lane? Let's have a look.
You'd have to think.
Yes. Now be careful on the pit entry. Yeah, he's been really careful. He's been really careful. McSend sets the fast lap of the race.
On the medium compounds.
And Rafa and Neo are behind him. Yeah, where is Francis going to come out? And Elku as well. Josh with the fast lap of the race. Josh is flying. Behind Francis is going to come out. Behind.
Blizzard's in and he's retired.
That's it, surely.
That's what I'm sure. As MLA doesn't have anywhere to rest, mate. He's got Jesse just behind him, actually.
He has indeed.
Yeah, I think that's World Championship over. And
got to be.
Josh is breaking out. Josh is breaking out a gap to Julian.
Yeah, he's pushing on now. He's got James Slater to deal with now to get past. But
we are 12 laps into this 27-lap old race. Neo and Rafa.
Yep, second and third. Wayne is now behind Ollie. Francis came up behind Odems after all of that. 2.2 behind. And Jesse and Elku there. So 13 drivers left running. And Josh, he's right up behind James Slater. He might even get him before 130R, and I think he is going to do so. He's alongside him as they want to run towards 130R, and Josh gets it done.
Good job there by the boys.
In.
Interesting.
So Rafa, where's he going to come out then?
Saved by MLA.
Roughly around that area. It's onto the medium tyres. Good stop, and Odems sets the fast lap of the race. He's up behind. They're battling. That's Wayne going past Ollie. And Wayne P6 now. It's actually P3 technically.
And Rafa comes out behind Jesse, just ahead of Elku.
Yeah. Lots in there. So McSenda is still in the lead of the race. Neo is P2. Josh is P3. James Slater currently P3, it's currently P4, Julian P5, then Wayne P6, and Odems makes his way past his teammate. As I think Ollie may have gone off the road, and yes, he has. Seen a bit of gravel on the tyres there.
MLA on Martin back of Ollie now. Currently though, how long will it be till Julian gets past James Slater? Because I don't know whether he'll be close enough this lap. Which makes me think he'll be behind James Slater going into that windy first sector. Which might help Josh a hell of a lot.
Yeah, Julian's about 2.7 seconds behind Josh at this point. And you got to not forget, sitting 1.9 behind is actually Wayne. So, that's going to be an interesting one. I think Julian's going to get James down this straight. I think he's close enough to do it. Ollie and MLA. Oh, MLA's around at the Casio triangle. He's lost it, so I don't know if there was contact, but he's been sent around. And Julian Peef, he's got past James Slater now, 2.1 behind. So MLA's back into the pits for a new set of tyres and a new wing, so there was definitely contact there.
Julian's got 1 warning, Josh has got 1 warning.
And a 5-second stop go.
And that stop go.
For speeding in the pit lane, a little bit of a misjudgment.
Which I believe, just because he's not going to box again, you would imagine, it would just add 5 seconds onto his race time, won't it?
Yeah. That's exactly right. Just like a 3-second time penalty, it'll just, if it's an unserved stop goal, it'll just get it added to his total race time.
As Rafa almost goes into the back of Jesse, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse just picked up a 3-second penalty, and we're just at the halfway point of this race now.
Yes. When will we see McSendit dive in for a set of soft tyres?
Well, Neo's making the dive. And he gets it stopped nicely. So he's going to come out, I reckon, around Jesse Ollie territory.
Where will McSendit come out?
I wonder. So Josh gets ahead. Julian will get ahead, obviously. James Slater's staying out, but I think he's going to get... Wayne's going to get him into turn 1, and he does.
As said, Wayne just gets past James Slater. James Slater,
Neo, he's going to come out right in this battle between Rafa and... all these guys, so he's actually come out just behind Rafa, and Jesse and Ollie are having a hell of a battle here. Jesse gets past Ollie up the inside, and that's all said and done.
Well, Neo's on the faster tyre as well.
Yeah, he's
MLA is a world behind now as he's had to make an extra stop.
Yeah, let's see what Neo can do. Fresh tyres. These guys started down the back of the grid, so they're kind of with each other and kind of using each other. Ollie has yet to stop for anything. There's Rafa up the inside
of Ollie.
Yeah, a little bit of a dive bomb there, just rubbing wheels on the way out. Is Ollie still ahead? Yes, he is. I'm watching from on board.
And that gap between Julian and Josh is kind of staying the same at the minute.
Yeah, this is going to allow Neo maybe to just have a cheeky little look somewhere. And here he comes then. Odem's past James.
Oh my lord! We just saw 3 cars.
And Francis is going to do Odem's. So Francis got 2 in 1 there.
Could Francis and Odem's become?
There goes Neo. Neo doesn't. Is he doing a Nico Hulkenberg on Rafa? Yes.
My interest to you there, Jack, is later on in this race. Do you think we'll see Francis and Odem's become interested in Julian? They're not too far behind the man.
No, they're not. They're having one feisty battle there. Francis got past, then Odem's got past again. The gap between kind of Josh and Julian is kind of holding around 2.5. And Neo, oh, he's right up behind Ollie, on the, almost pushing him up the hill. He needs to get a move. He wants to get a push on. As MLS has the fast lap, he's down the back. So as Neo, I think he's going to have a little pop at him up the inside of the hairpin here. Let's keep an eye on him in the Williams. Ollie defends, but Neo on fresh tyres brakes late, tries to come around the outside. He'll get the cutback line. And Ollie defending that nicely. Here he goes. Oh, he's going to try on the outside of Spoon. Surely not. Backs out of that one. Coming through Spoon then. He's going to have to try something brave. Try and get the run. He's got to keep. He's got his mirrors full of a McLaren as well. So Neo then.
And the McLaren has a Haas behind him.
Yeah, Neo closes up through 130R. Is he going to try into the Casio triangle? No, can't try it this time. Ollie holds the middle of the road. James Slater into the pit lane at last. Is Ollie going to peel in? No, he's going to stay out. But surely Neo's going to have him this time. He has to. Around the outside of turn 1. And watch for Rafa in the background as well. Here comes Neo around the outside of turn number 1. He's going to get it done. Yes! That was brave.
James Slater, I think, stuck in the pit lane as well.
That's both Force Indies getting stuck in the pit lane. Yeah, that's him done. Yeah, that's an absolute disaster, isn't it? That's this game, man.
We have no words.
That's both Force Indies retiring because they're stuck in the pit lane.
As Odems now coasting down to the back of Wayne.
Yeah, this is for a podium.
Not too far up, and then not too far up the road is the World Championship leader, Julian, who is kind of, again, as you said, sticking with. It's getting darker. Will we see some rain towards the end of this race?
I'd rather not, but and is Rafa trying on Ollie? Yes, down the inside of Spoon. Gets it done.
And also, Elku could be thinking about it anytime soon. Didn't really get the best run out of the Spoon. As Neo is caught right up to Jesse almost straight away.
Actually, I lied. Ollie has stopped. I think he stopped on like lap 1. Or, well, closer. Has he stopped? Yeah, hold on, I need to check.
Yes, he has. He has.
No, he hasn't actually. No, he hasn't stopped. It's just on the detail there, he hasn't stopped. Those tires are done.
Well,
Neo's closing up to Jesse.
Odems. And also, Odems is caught right up to Wayne now, then.
Yeah.
And Julian's catching Josh as well, slightly.
Yeah, just a little bit, but Julian, I think he'll know now that he doesn't actually need to pass Josh unless he gets a penalty. Well, actually, even if he does get a penalty, it won't matter because he'll still win by 2 seconds. So he's got a buffer. McSennet's still in the lead. He's done 17 laps on those medium tyres.
I think he's waiting to run the supers, mate.
I think so too. But he's starting to lose a chunk of time now. He's going to try and push them as far as he can anyway. Preserving those tyres.
He feels it. Oh no, he doesn't.
No,
Almost.
he's carrying on. And Julian's really starting to put some pressure on Josh.
If only Josh didn't get the stop go, this could have been a really interesting...
Yeah, it's kind of been the trend of the season, isn't it? Battles up front being ruined by penalties. But Neo made his way past Jesse. 7.4 behind Francis and Odems and all those guys. We have 8 laps left to run. And Odems almost within sight of a podium. LQ makes us, well, he's battling with Ollie. Ollie, even on 18 lap old mediums, is still battling hard with these guys.
It's been a disappointing day for Ollie, to be honest. Probably not his fault. He just got caught up in the first lap, I think. As Odems was right in the back of Wayne. Only be a matter of time. I think it might be happening to Spoon, mate. You know, Odems will go for an audacious move or two.
Yeah, he'll go for audacious moves, but he won't go for stupid moves. So, here he comes then. I don't think he's going to try it into Spoon. He's way too far back. But he's got to watch his mirrors now. There's Elko and Ollie still battling as they run up towards Spoon Corner. Elko is ahead. Right, so McSendit's now losing a lot of time, but he's still staying out. And now Odem's right on the back of Wayne. As here he comes then. Is he gonna yeah, is he going to have the run? Ollie's managed to get back. Oh, it's raining.
It is raining. I thought so.
Right. Now, Odem's done it round the outside, has he? Yes, he has.
Is that why McSendit's staying out?
That's a masterclass. That's a masterclass from McSendit if it rains enough. Can Ollie make his tyres last? Elku's round the outside of him, but his tyres are just too far gone. How is he still battling with Elku? Elku ran all around the outside of turn 1. Switch to the inside.
This is why Ollie's staying out as well.
Yeah, I think that's maybe why. But yeah, McSendit. It's starting to rain, and he's made the tyres last. And he's getting himself a free pit stop. Is this going to be another race win to add to his tally, maybe?
Well, I'll tell you what, if he was here early on in the season, I think we could have had him extend it Julian battle for sure. I think the rain will come down. It depends. If he peels in this lap, we know that the rain won't come down enough, and they'll just assume that it's not going to happen. It's definitely coming a lot. It's coming down a lot more in the first sector, it seems, than the third. But I don't know what will extend it do. Is this a peel into the pits?
No.
It is not. So surely he's banking on the fact the rain will... There is still 7 laps to go. And the rain, you presume, is only going to get heavier as Odem's gets a penalty.
Yep. So yep, but the rain has come. The gap up front 5.2.
Either way, McCenter doesn't have a penalty.
Neither does Julian, so it's going to be a straight fight if they manage to keep it together.
You can see how gingerly they have to go through the first sector now, with even the little slight bit of rain on the medium tyres, especially McSender, because his tyres are essentially shot. Yeah, I think within a few laps, I think they might have a little bit of an Inters run, mate.
Yeah, the gap they're catching about a second, maybe second and a half, 2 seconds a lap here.
Francis and Wayne.
Yeah,
Francis
together,
at the
Francis at the
inside.
inside. Is he going to get it done? I don't think he's going to have the run on the outside. But actually, I say that he actually does. Now here he comes towards Spoon. He's going to be on the inside for Spoon corner. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. We'll check that in a minute. I think it's going to be...
It's McSender!
It's McSender. He's around. He's bottled it. Oh, no. And had he kept it together, could he have just gifted Julian the championship? He's letting them through.
Possibly.
He's letting them all through. I think he's punctured. He might have punctured on the left-hand side. Yeah, I think he has. Left rear, I think, is punctured.
So he's going to have to come into the pits then.
Look, see how much he's fighting the car. I think he might have punctured on something. Yeah, oh, look how much he's sliding through that corner. He's gonna
What tyres will he put on there?
I'm sure he's just going to go for the Inters at this point.
Either that or he's got to go for... He can't go...
Oh, and he's got a 5-second stop go for his troubles as well. I just saw Wayne trying to come back at Francis there. He's going for super softs. Alright, so obviously he thinks it's not going to rain enough.
Julian's on 2 warnings, but then again, that still won't be enough.
Doesn't matter.
Now with the gap. With the gap, I didn't realise how close it's got, but yeah. The rain's coming down a bit heavier now.
Yeah, oh, if only Josh didn't have that little misjudgment into the pit lane. Because this is one of his greatest drives all season.
It certainly has been. Odems has got a stop-go plus a penalty. Francis has got a penalty, and a warning. So at the minute, if Francis gets one more penalty, then Odems wins. If it stays as it is, Francis wins. If Francis gets a podium. But Wayne, he's actually in conjunction. How many penalties has Wayne got?
So he's got a 5-second.
No, he's got none.
Has he got none?
Wayne's got none.
Alright, so he matched.
So Wayne is currently on the podium.
Yes, he is.
He's currently on the podium, which got robbed from him back in Baku at the start of the season.
Yeah.
The rain's coming down a lot more heavy now, mate.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a last-minute dive to the Inters, maybe, for these guys.
Otherwise, the first sector will be complete and utter aquaplaning all over the place.
Julian is catching rapidly. He's pushing on. Right, now he's on course to win. They'll put the championship gap at 98 points. With a maximum of 100 to be scored in the next 4. If he just needs to outscore Blizzard by 2 to win the championship. Next time out.
This is...
And all he's gone for the Inters. So keep an eye on his pace.
I don't know if that's the right call at the minute, but...
Well, I mean, he's out of sync in the Grand Prix anyway. You may as well try it.
True. Do you think we're going to see an Inters run, though? That's the thing.
Is it going to come down hard enough?
I'm going to follow Ollie. The first sector, it's raining a lot heavier than the rest of the circuit.
Yeah.
But a little bit. Here comes Julian, though, on Josh.
Is he going to have him into... I think he might have him into the Casio triangle. Josh, he closes up right up to him in 130. He has to lift. Josh is going to defend that on the inside. Here comes Julian on the outside line to take the lead of the Grand Prix, and he has done that in style by taking it around the outside of the Casio triangle. Julian takes the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix.
He does. He's got DRS as well to assist, and
is Francis going to come at Olems here? I think he will. Francis towards turn 1 on Olems on the outside. Look at the overspeed, and he's done him.
Once again, the rain coming down.
I could also say, by the way, Neo is catching very, very, very quickly. He was 7 seconds behind a couple of laps ago. He's now 3.5.
Which is interesting. It's coming down a lot heavier now, mate.
Yeah, it's getting treacherous. So
even though with a few laps to go, surely these drivers will be thinking, do I go in and just make sure that I protect my race?
Yeah, we're going to have 3 laps to go next time by, so they might just have to struggle to the end. Is it even worth coming in for them at this rate?
I don't know, but it's very scary to that first sector. As James Slater's trying to get temperature in the tyres, all these inters are just about serving him right. No, they're not. As I say that, he just goes out wide. Actually, James Slater's struggling on the softs.
Yeah, I know. I thought Francis actually does have a 5 seconds, so I thought that Francis might actually be in second right now, but he's not. Julian almost breaking DRS now. And Ollie gets a penalty, so obviously the Inters, they're not the tire to be on. Julian completely sideways through the last corner. Ollie was in the gravel trap, that's why there was a yellow flags. 3 laps to go. Is the DRS?
Don't think we'll be seeing intermediates. No, not yet.
No DRS disabled sign, but it's pretty treacherous out there.
I wouldn't want to be out on the mediums if I was the drivers. I'd be
like, even looking on board with these guys, they're really having to take it easy. And you can see Josh keeps getting a touch sideways, catches it beautifully. And he's not.
I think the rest of the circuit, the mediums are holding up. It's just that first sector.
Yeah. So we're gonna have 2 laps to go. Yeah, I don't think it's not gonna be worth coming in for Inters, unless there's the crossover point now.
So
let's see.
Odems and Francis still going at it.
Yeah. For what is P3
James
in this race.
James Slater's in for Inters.
Because why the hell not?
He's stuck again.
Oh, I don't believe it. No, there we go.
What is the team orders at Force India?
He must have had a penalty or something if he got held. Through 130R, they're having to lift. Oh, Julian almost put it in the wall. He almost lost it through 130R.
You can see that sheen on the track now. Where you can tell it's wet, and you can. I think there will be I think the crossover point will happen for the end of the race, but I don't think we'll see drivers come in. Really.
Olems is coming back at Francis here. This is a good battle. Right here. Here comes Olems. Is he going to come back at him through turn 1? No.
Nope. Look how much they're lifting.
They're tiptoeing through sector 1. Inters will probably work through sector 1. But
I do think we'll see DRS get disabled for the last lap, mate. I'll be honest, but I don't think anyone will come in.
It's very wet through sector. Even see Josh just seems to gets very sideways, but he does seem to be more comfortable in those kind of treacherous conditions. He is on a wheel. Julian's off.
Julian!
Crossover.
Will we see them coming for a 1-lap party?
Because if somebody decides to stay out, this could be interesting.
What would you do? Because
1 lap to go.
Those guys struggled like hell.
MLA's come into the pit lane. Is it worth it? I don't think it is.
Paul McSendick, he's on the super softs. He's struggling all.
I think they're just going to have to tiptoe around. They're just going to have to. Oh man.
Depends what everyone else does.
130R in these conditions. Are the
I wouldn't want to be these drivers. That's all I'll say.
Here
It
they go
depends what
through
Julian does.
130R.
I think.
Oh, my God!
Go to the pits, lads. Be safe.
Or will they?
I don't know.
I
This
don't
could be
think.
interesting.
I can't see it. No, they're gonna stay out.
Nope.
Last laugh. So.
Will anyone come in? Will anyone come in?
Oh no, I don't think so. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Oh, here comes Odems. Here comes Odems.
Don't go side by side, lads. Oh no.
Through sector 1, they're holding it together, but oh,
Josh, as you said that.
Nah, Josh is fine in these conditions. Trust me, he drives sideways
he
anyway.
He just. That's his style. This is the bit where everyone loses it.
They've negotiated that successfully. This is a true test of driving skill. This one.
We saw no one come in, but
Oh, Josh has lost it. He lost it on the grass. He's still going in a straight line. Just spun up the tires too much.
Odams has dropped well back.
Yeah. So there
Wayne's still on for a podium, though, mate.
Yeah, he is.
Guys
in the mediums the guys in the mediums sorry, intermediates are way too far back to do anything. So Julian's just got to negotiate 130R, and he's gonna pretty much secure himself the championship for next time out.
Well, Julian, the Mercedes, was absolutely drove like a hero today.
Right, negotiate 130. Be very careful. That's very nicely done. 98 points. He will be ahead. He just needs to outscore Blizzard by 2 points next time out in Circuit of the Americas. Once again, Julian wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Josh comes across the line. Great drive anyway. And he got his 5-second penalty for an unstart stop go. Francis is going to get nothing because he finishes behind. And Wayne gets the podium in the end. And Neil, what a drive!
I think that just shows how unclean Francis and Odems are, to be honest.
Yeah,
they've got 2 positions. Both of them lose their tyres as well.
McSend
just shows like
P9. Elku. E10 gets points.
And then we have to wait 30 seconds.
And we have to wait 30 seconds for Ollie and those guys. But Julian, 98 points ahead.
I mean, we can essentially say the championship's done.
Yeah.
I don't think you would question.
Yeah, but I think Wayne finally gets the podium he deserved. That he got robbed off him in Baku.
You did mention as well that he has to outscore Blizzard by 2 points. That's if Blizzard wins every race as well. If Blizzard does not win, that's championship over. Blizzard has to win every race, and Julian has to score only more than 2 points.
Well, Julian actually pretty much needs to non-finish the last couple of races.
Yes, that is essentially the deal.
So it's pretty set in stone. But nonetheless, we carry on. It's not mathematically done yet.
It's not, and it's not over. We know that these things can go right down to the death. So, well done to the boys, though, especially Julian and Josh. Those guys went at it all race, and I think if penalties weren't involved, I think maybe we would have seen Josh try a bit harder, but I think he knew with the 5-second stop go that it was essentially non-negotiable at that point. But here we go, the boys are going to celebrate anyway. Another good day for the Mercedes team. Good to see the McLaren up there as well. Josh as well getting a 2nd place. Very solid result from him, probably the best job of the season. And mate, what a race.
Yeah, what a race once again. So confirmation of result now. And we'll see if anybody avoided penalties. Julian, obviously. Wayne and Neil. Neil, what a fantastic drive that was. 16th to 4th.
Rafa had a good one as well.
Yeah, he's really shown this class as well. Rafa from the back of the grid to 8th. Elku stayed where he was. And crucially, Blizzard with the DNF.
Yep. That is true. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's stream. We'll see you next week where we are heading to Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of the Americas. me and Jack will be there, hopefully, for next week's action, where we could see the World Championship wrapped up. It's a
will.
wonderful goodbye from me, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.